My name's Rachel Morgan and I'm Head of Income Generation at the Welsh charity Cerebral Palsy Cymru. So the charity's existed for almost 30 years and we are here to provide specialist support to children and families living with cerebral palsy from all across Wales. Cerebral palsy is the most common physical disability in children worldwide. We provide specialist physiotherapy, speech and language therapy and occupational therapy services, and we also have a bespoke family support service to provide families with the practical and emotional support they need when their child is either diagnosed or told that they're at risk of having cerebral palsy. So we're a Wales-wide charity and we see children both here at the centre in Cardiff but also out in their local communities from all across Wales. So the relationship began when Roger Harry approached the charity to offer pro bono technical maintenance support, and we've now worked together for over 15 years and that's been absolutely fantastic for our charity. We're a relatively small charity, even though we've grown a lot over that time. We are still a charity that is pretty small and therefore every penny counts here. So having the support of Circle each and every day when we need technical support is really vital to us. And they've been particularly fantastic since the pandemic hit. So prior to that, we were very much a face-to-face based charity, delivered all of our clinical services hands-on and face-to-face. So it was extremely challenging to think that we needed to take our services virtually, but at the same time, we received lots of crisis calls from children and families who really needed our support, especially because many of our community colleagues, our NHS colleagues, were diverted to the COVID services, and therefore we became the front line for children and families with cerebral palsy. So within a week, Circle helped us to get up and running virtually and to provide physiotherapy, occupational therapy and speech and language therapy online to children and families from all over Wales. One of the real benefits we've seen of that is also that, and it's something that we hope we will never now lose to our service, and we're still providing some virtual services, is that we've been able to involve family members, other service providers, educational professionals, NHS colleagues in our virtual interventions, no matter where they are in Wales or indeed the UK. We're really proud here at the charity of the way that we've adapted and that we continued to provide services to children and families throughout lockdown. And now, today, we have a really sophisticated hybrid model of service. So much so that we're credited internationally with being a kind of gold standard in support to children and families with cerebral palsy, and a lot of our clinical team are now providing advice and training to other therapists up and down both the country but also around the world about how to provide efficient and effective hybrid services, including virtual services to children with cerebral palsy. I've worked for a number of charities and organisations, and I can honestly say that Circle are the best IT company I've ever worked with, and I think they're particularly fantastic for their day-to-day customer services. And I say that as somebody who rings with the most daft IT questions of all time, I'm sure, but they always deal with every query we have with patience, friendliness and efficiency. And I know from feedback across the team that we all feel very grateful to have their support every day at the end of the phone.